Hi guys, welcome to At Home with Shelly Lynn. I am Shelly. Thank you for stopping by. Today I have a Minions cake video for you guys. I am making this one for my daughter's birthday. The bottom tier is an 8-inch round. The second tier is going to be the Minion. And then I'm going to try and get her to hold up a little mini cake. That's going to be the top tier. I have my friend's daughter Audrey in the kitchen with me today, helping me with the baking process. I really just wasn't in the mood to bake this time, and I had a really hard time getting started. So having her help me in the kitchen gave me a lot of motivation that I needed to get going, and she did a really excellent job at helping me. The bottom cake is an 8-inch chocolate cake with a brownie and rainbow chip filling. The middle cake is a vanilla cake with buttercream, and the top is a gluten-free cake with confetti and buttercream. I've been asked by a few people if I make gluten-free cakes, and since now I am somewhat gluten sensitive, I thought I would try out a recipe. I found one here on YouTube. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. For my first attempt, it really wasn't that bad. I did cut the recipe in half because I only needed a small cake, and I did make a few mistakes during the process, but it still turned out pretty good. But it did end up cracking on the top, and I couldn't really tell if it was finished, so after taking them out of the pan, I cut the tops off to make sure that it was cooked all the way through, and thankfully it was. But I do want to play around with this recipe and tweak it to make my own. And my best friend suggested that I try making it into a champagne cake since that's her favorite flavor, so I'm going to take on that challenge one day. Okay, so with all that said, if you would like to help support my video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit that notification bell to receive alerts when I post a new video. I also invite you to check out my playlist to see other content that I have posted on here. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to decorating. The first cake that I started with was my Minion cake. I used 3 6-inch round layers and 1 6-inch half ball shape for the top, and then I creme coated it. I didn't double ice this cake because I'm going to be adding fondant to it, and I mixed my homemade marshmallow fondant with a half a box of Wilton yellow fondant. My fondant is kind of dry because I didn't add enough water while I was making it, so to fix this, I warmed it in the microwave for about 20 seconds in intervals until it was pretty soft, and then I added a tablespoon of buttercream at a time until my fondant was soft and ready to use. Then I rolled out my fondant to about a 1/4 inch thick and popped any air bubbles along the way, and then I draped it over my cake. Using my hands and my fondant smoother, I smoothed it all around the cake. I like to work in sections as I do this, and it helps not get any tears or ripples around the base of my cake. However, we are going to be covering this cake in fondant accents anyway, so even if there are any tears or ripples at the bottom of the cake, it's going to be fine. Also, don't worry that my cake is leaning a little bit. This actually works well in my favor. If you watched one of my current videos, it was all about my baking tools that I use. I did mention this in that video. I prefer airbrushing color to my cakes instead of coloring the icing. I feel like this prevents me from dyeing too much icing and using less food coloring. I also focus more on the sides of the cake and not so much the top because we're going to be covering the top cake anyway. I want to mention too that I used meringue powder in my buttercream. I always do. It makes my buttercream really silky and smooth, but I tried a different brand this time from Stater Brothers without knowing the formula, and it made my buttercream a little too soft. It also created a lot of air bubbles, so keep that in mind if you use meringue powder in your buttercream. It's better to use the Wilton brand or even use cream of tartar as a really good substitute, but the good thing is the buttercream still tasted pretty good, and I was still able to work with it. I was going to use a drip on this cake, but I kind of was going for a more cartoonish look since it is a Minions theme, so the fondant top is supposed to act like the drip. So I did this for the bottom tier and the top tier, and it doesn't really matter if it's perfect. I also wanted to incorporate blue and pink so that it resembled boy and girl Minions. So I am pretty curious, since the new Minions movie just came out, how many of you guys are actually interested in throwing a Minions birthday party? Because man, it was really hard finding Minion anything. I was able to find a few things on Amazon, but Party City and Walmart literally has nothing. I was lucky to find these little toppers at the Dollar Tree, so this is why I kind of mixed her party with Agnes and Unicorn. But I'm curious, were you guys able to find anything somewhere else that I'm not aware of? Or is it just so heavily copyrighted that no suppliers are actually carrying anything? So anyway, I kept all of these decorations very simple, so I won't really be describing everything in full detail, but if you need to know what materials that I did use or you have any questions on any techniques that I used in this video, please feel free to drop a comment down below. All of my fondant pieces are attached with a brush dipped in a little bit of water. Sometimes I do melt a piece of white fondant in water for a little bit of a stickier glue, or sometimes I'll use clear corn syrup. Just know that if you use corn syrup, it's really thick and it dries kind of fast, so you may want to dilute it with water as well. For my ruffles, I just used 1-inch strips of fondant and ruffled them prior to adding them to the cake. If you have extra time, you can use a ball tool to thin out the edge and create ruffles that way, but I decided to make creases and pinch them at the top and then apply the layers from the bottom to the top. I did 3 layers to mimic my daughter's tutu that she wore on her birthday party, so I did bright pink, light pink, and yellow. I kind of wish that I had enough room on there to add a pocket to the overalls and a bow because my daughter is a little bit of a tomboy, but because there wasn't enough space, I opted for a pearl border instead. And I know that I briefly described what my cake is supposed to look like, but I kind of wanted to add to that. I searched around Pinterest for inspiration and found a few pictures that I really liked. Originally, I wanted her to sit upside down and I wanted her to hold her mini cake with her feet. But because I decided to go with the tutu to kind of mimic my daughter's, I changed the look. So basically my daughter is supposed to be the Minion, and when she saw her cake, she got really excited. So she picked up her top tier and she sat on the bottom cake while holding the top cake above her head. And then she posed for the camera before she demolished the cake. I don't know, I just kind of like my cakes to tell a story. I want them to kind of like make some sense of it all. And I was actually a little bit excited because my best friend was sitting there just looking at the cake and she's like, oh, I get it. She's sitting on her cake and she's holding the other cake above her head. That is so cute. And it made me like kind of excited and happy that someone got my concept. Are you guys like that too, or am I just being silly? I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys finish watching how I finished up these ruffles. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I have some other things I need to do. I need to clean up first and then I gotta work on some other stuff, so I'm gonna resume this tomorrow. I wanted there to be some extra support, so I cut a thick dowel to stick down the center of the cake, and then I added plastic straws beside it to hold up the top tier. But then I realized that the mini tier didn't have a hole on my board, so I had to take out the dowel and put in the top tier first, and then I stuck the dowel rod through the top tier all the way down. I just had to make sure that the dowel rod was sharpened so that it pierces the cake board easily. So I just put my dowel in a sharpener and sharpened it that way. Then I just covered the hole with some extra fondant. So pretty much all I have left is to attach her arms, her shoes, and I had to create her face, plus a couple other small details. I tried to make all of these details pretty simple because we did have a bunch of other treats and decorations to work on as well. Originally, I did have her party scheduled the week before. I think I did mention this in the prior video of her party prep. We had to postpone it for a week due to the weather, and I had already decorated cookies and I had already filled and stacked my cake. I ended up having to throw the cake away, unfortunately, and I started all over again the next week. The cookies I gave away and I started those over as well. Also, I did some 90th birthday cake pops, Rice Krispie treats, and pretzel rods for my sister's friend at work. And so because that was scheduled this week as well, I really needed to reanalyze my dessert table. And since I didn't really have those 3 days to work on Emily's party, I had to keep things pretty simple. What do you guys think?
Cool.
Yeah?
Look what Robert Shepard gave me.
Whoa!
The other ones don't work.
Are you happy?
Yeah!
Okay.
Emily should be happy.
Yeah. Around this part of the video, the lighting starts to get really bright, so I apologize about the quality of this video. It's because it's late in the afternoon and the light through my sliding door is peering through where there's a missing blind. I tried to enhance the color, but it always looks different on my laptop versus when it's uploaded onto YouTube, so I hope it's really not too bothersome for you guys. In case you're wondering, I bought that Agnes toy on Amazon. It's actually a McDonald's toy and it cost a whopping $8. We almost didn't get it because we didn't want to pay $8 for a McDonald's toy, but there was literally nothing else that we could find that included Agnes. We also did buy what we thought was supposed to be a Minion set of like 5 for $15, but it ended up being just one purple Minion that was a surprise. We didn't even know what it was going to be. So we were very disappointed with that, but I was able to find a few Minion toppers at the Dollar Tree. Go figure, right? I don't understand why there's not more Minion toys out there. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the ending details on this cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it to this point, I can't thank you enough for joining me today. Keep in mind that your kids are going to love anything that you make. So just don't stress or worry about making anything really perfect. Please consider liking this video, subscribing if you're new and all that good stuff, and possibly even share it if you know somebody who might like this video. Hopefully I will see you guys very soon in my upcoming videos. Have a wonderful week and take care. Bye guys.